The Maggan Hub is an student-driven innovation hub where students work extracurricular on societal challenges together with the external stakeholders around in the society.
The Maggan Hub challenge was on empowering rural areas in terms of sustainability, mobility, energy systems, and considering crisis. We're living in a society where global warming is happening. We're thinking about Vision 2030 in terms of the Sustainable Development Goals. So the challenge was centered around that. We're teams of 3 people, multi-disciplinary, which is an aspect that I really enjoyed. Like for my team, we had someone within the energy systems and sustainability. We have an engineer, and then there's me who does finance. So yeah, that was a very interesting perspective, and we all come from different places. So Tanzania, Sweden, and I'm from Kenya. So we got the idea to start up the Maggan Hub, and when we were in Africa, we visited a university, UDSM, in Tanzania, and they have plenty of those innovation hubs where students work with stakeholders in the evenings as courses. They did their thesis work, and we said, this is something we want to bring back to KTH. Back in Sweden, we met with Maggan, Margareta Bergendahl Norell, who at the same time, she got a prize for being very good in collaboration with surrounding society. And she said, well, maybe I can give you the funding I got in this prize to start the innovation and Maggan Hub.
I think it's an excellent way of actually challenge existing and more traditional ways of working with development of new products or new technologies, because we need completely new ways of working when it comes to innovation and development, because we have these big challenges, and the normal way of working or the traditional way of working it doesn't give us the solutions we want. So this is an excellent way, I think, to train students, teachers, researchers, stakeholders, people who work in R&D in companies, to work in completely new ways and test new methods to collaborate and work together to create these new knowledge and ideas.
So I applied for the Maggan Hub because I wanted to challenge my own perspectives of things and also learn how to tackle problems in various ways that I haven't thought about before.
For me, it was really interesting to work with the societal challenges and also to work in a multicultural group, because I think I haven't had the chance to do that before in my previous studies in KTH.
I think working in the multicultural team was actually the best part of Maggan Hub. We got so many new perspectives and learned so much about each other, similarities, and also how different cultures can have, but still that we share them, the understanding of them very much.
Maggan Hub has really given me the tools on how to really get the community to collaborate and different perspectives from different cultures, backgrounds, and disciplines, and academic disciplines. So I think this is a lesson that would really grow my personal interests in the social activities or social entrepreneurship businesses that I'm engaged in.
The biggest difference is the amount of freedom which we get in this course. We set to choose our own direction, and we are the ones who led this project. So we can choose how we want to interpret this challenge and how we want to move forward. The second thing is that there are no set learning objectives to it. We can set our own learning directions, and we can choose what to focus on.
My role in Maggan Hub has been to take a dance with the students and take a new role as the traditional teacher role, taking one step forward sometimes to when that was needed, or if students are pulling my arms forward, needing my help, and then taking one step backwards when it was not necessary. And Maggan Hub is supposed to be student-led. So that's a new role both for me as a teacher, traditional teacher, but also I think for the students. So what I wanted the students to learn from participating in Maggan Hub was partly to get confidence, self-confidence, that they don't need a teacher to work with these kind of projects. They have a lot of knowledge themselves. Then I would provide them with design methodology and so on, and also participate in the dance, if you say it that way. I also wanted them to be able not to be afraid of staying in problem space. In most educations, I would say, we are going too fast between one problem, one solution. And what we want to do, since we're working with societal challenges, is to focus on the actual definition of what the problem is actually about.
I think it's really helpful because in previous study we always want to find the solution, and the first maybe the solution is not that good. So I think it's a really good idea to just stay the problem space, and you can experience more and understand more. So go deeper, not just propose the solution that is really shallow and don't touch the deep down need. So yeah, I think we need that education system.
Throughout Maggan Hub, we were working very closely with SCI, Scania, and Skogforsk, and it was quite lovely to have them involved in providing guidance, assistance, and even resources just to help us understand the broad challenge throughout the entire 4 weeks. And they've been very, very helpful because even though they have the knowledge, they've been allowing us to drive the direction we want with the different projects. So it was quite nice working with them.
So we at Skogforsk joined the Maggan Hub because both we would like to share the challenges and interesting problems that we have in the forestry and see what the students can come up with when they study those problems. But we also get a lot of inspiration from the students and see how they work and their insights and new perspectives on the challenges that we work with.
For me personally, I thought it was a really interesting case to get to really dig into a real challenge for the society while being extremely open. So I think to get new perspectives on that.
So SEI as an institution has a very good relationship with KTH. So we've been working together for a long time. And of course, we wanted to kind of extend and deepen that, and also our engagement with students, which has been, so far it's been more research focused. And for me personally, I just got out of doing my PhD, where I also taught a lot, and I always really appreciated the interaction with students. And so for me, it was really nice to get asked to come here and kind of have an engagement. And it's a very interesting way of teaching. I think this Maggan Hub challenge-driven education system, something that I never even thought about of doing things like that. It's been a really interesting month. I think the students, all of you, did really well. Having this kind of huge challenge to tackle and just narrowing down the scope, I think was already a big challenge. And then trying to find a solution to that.
I thought the whole collaboration process was really valuable to me personally, because it was nice to get out of the research bubble and kind of work together with students, or you were doing all of the work, but see how you approach different problems from these new, fresh perspectives, combining different disciplines of engineering. And then also to have these kind of looser frames to see you explore all the creative concepts and solutions that were presented. I was also quite impressed how comprehensive concepts you managed to take forward, how you looked at the problems from so many different directions in such a short time frame. So it was, amazing to see.
It's been really, enriching for me because a great thing about students is they don't have so many biases yet in their heads. They see things with fresh eyes. So it was really innovative, I think, what came out. And also for SEI, I think it could be thought about to take some of these maybe propositions that the students came up with further and really start in detail research.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I was really positively surprised about the work he did to understand the rural parts of Sweden and also compare it to Africa. And as a Swede growing up in the rural area, it's just interesting to see others' perspective of that. And I'm also really impressed with, I know that the challenge it got from the beginning was extremely wide, and I had no clue where that will go. So after seeing what you presented, it's also even more excited to see the results, because you really managed to do something up in there. Even if it hasn't diverged, I can still see concrete things that you managed to pick up from that really wide study.
We definitely think that initiatives like Maggan Hub will have a positive impact on the society, because in the future, to tackle the challenges, we need persons that have the skills of working with those complex social technical systems, and the skills that the students learn in the Maggan Hub, they can apply on many other problems and challenges. And I think they get really a good toolbox that they can use, and tools also they can teach to other persons that they meet out there.
I think we all need to focus in making the world better. And I see a great potential in all the students at KTH, students that are here for 5 years. And I am sure that they have both the strength and the desire to do something while they are studying, except for studying. So to work on societal challenges together with stakeholders, learning from different cultures about how to be an engineer, I just think that would be such a contribution to give the society.